Hello and welcome to the Secret Levels podcast. I am player 1, Toby.
And I am player 2, Goobs.
Today, we are not alone, as we are going to talk about Streets of Rage 2.
Here comes a new challenger!
Please introduce yourself, Challenger.
The new challenger is Zinger from the Zing This podcast, and I'm ready to brawl.
Welcome to your doom.
We are all nerds for this game, I think, right?
Yeah,
Heck
we're pretty big hard-ons for this game.
So this is going to be a lot different than our last episode,
Yeah.
because Shaq Fu was...
Here and there we get to play a good game this time around. It's like, hell yeah, let's go. I'll play this like 3 times.
I want to ask one question. Did you guys play this as a kid?
Yes, oh yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Did you get it for free, though, when you bought your Genesis? Because I remember my Genesis came with this and Sonic 2.
Oh, so you
They
were
had-
the lucky kid.
They had
have?
not for resale, like, stamped across this game. And
Yeah,
I remember,
that's right.
like, because
It is one of the...
That's probably worth a lot of money right now.
that's a very good point. Wish I knew what happened to it.
Just like half of our collections, where are they now? Someone else
Yeah.
is making millions off of us.
Yep.
But yeah, that's how I got into this game, and it was one of those that came with the system. I remember, like, me and my dad would play it, and it was so cool because he'd be able to get to the more advanced levels and everything, and it was very cool. And we did the 2-player thing. Me and my brother and him would switch. Like, me and my brother would switch off because we were terrible, because we were children trying to play this and get knocked out quick.
So this game, I know the first 3 levels like nobody's business, because that's all I could get through when I was a little kid. And, you know, getting older and playing with friends, we'd get further and further. So this is one of those games that I've played so many damn times, at least up to the 3rd or 4th level before I would die. And it wasn't until later in life when I finally sat down and beat it, you know, as a teenager or so.
I don't remember if I beat it as a kid, but I know I've seen the ending as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know if I beat it as a kid. Like, same thing, probably just progression through life. You get older, You get better at games, because we're nerds, and that's what you do.
Like I said, I remember my dad beat it. I know he did, but I don't remember if I beat it like after he did, or if it's just he'd get me to the end and I had to fight the boss.
And then get machine gunned.
Because I know he did that a few times. Yeah.
That's a good dad.
Oh no, I'd be
Yeah.
like, yo, you sit for fuck down, man. Dad's about to get a high score.
I think the best thing was when I would try to beat the boss and me and my brother got completely wrecked and he had to start over again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's...
Go to your room. He calls you back in 45
Grounded.
minutes. Hey guys, okay, come back out here. Dad's cool again. Let's beat this bad guy. And then that just that's the whole Saturday.
Yep.
Just keep cycling back through.
Let's go over some of the real quick information on this game. The North American release, because we don't care about any other release, right? It was December 20th, 1992. So it was a long time ago.
You say December 20th?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's right before my birthday. That's pretty awesome.
yeah. Mine too. So this was a birthday present for us.
I was 9.
I was 4.
I was 6.
Old man fucker Goobs here.
So this was released on the Sega Genesis, the Master Drive. It was ported to the Game Gear and the Master System in an 8-bit version, which I believe is probably not very good. It's been on a bunch of different compilation games. Sega Smash Pack for the Dreamcast. Was on the PS2 and PSP Sega Genesis collection. You can find it on the Sega, what's it called? For PS3 and Xbox 360, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis. Yeah. It's on all the virtual stores, PlayStation Network, Nintendo 3DS. It was on that Sega flashback console that's kind of like the Nintendo Classic.
Yeah. They also had a portable version of that as well.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
And it's also going to be on the Sega Genesis collection for Xbox One and PS4 that's releasing next week, May 29th, 2018.
And you can play online on that.
Or if you're listening to this on the week of May 29th, it's already out.
It's already out, so go pick it up, because it's actually it's going to be just like all the other Sega collections for the most part, but I feel like there's going to be secrets on there, like secret games you can unlock.
Well, plus, like I said, too, the fact that you can play online with your friends, like, we can all sit down and just, like, play through a game together. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. So this is 2 players, and there's 4 different characters to pick from. You can pick from Max, who's basically the tank. Axel.
Whoa. You have to give their full name, sir.
What's their full names?
Max Thunder.
No. Yeah. Here. What's name? Give me the rest of their names.
The two new characters were Max Thunder and Eddie Skate Hunter, who is the younger brother of Adam Hunter from the original game. But to be honest, did any of you guys play any other games?
Yeah, no, I played the first one, and I remember
that's the wrong answer.
Oh.
This is the best. This is, in my opinion,
this is the
this
best.
is the game.
The third one is terrible. It's just bad. And it was so hard for me to find when I was a kid, and I can't play the third one.
But you
the
could
first one's
dash
not
forward
terrible.
in that one, so that helps out a lot. I like my dashing attacks.
I just like if you circled up and hit the punch button, you could do that thing where they'll each have a little slide forward move in this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if you did it a certain way, they'll slide backwards and still do the animation so it can hit.
Yeah.
Glitch the game.
What's the other two characters?
Okay. Axel Stone. And then Blaze Fielding. Which isn't that exciting. But still, I mean Max Thunder.
Yeah. Max Thunder, that's a pretty cool name.
He reminds me of like a pro wrestler, and just like German suplexes and everything. It's pretty rad.
He is a pro wrestler.
Yeah, that's his whole backstory. He's a pro wrestler. So this is a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it's probably, I think this is pretty shared for everyone's favorite beat 'em up on the Sega. I mean, for the most part, there's some other ones.
There's Golden Axe, Altered Beast.
Well, I'm not saying it's the absolute best one.
No, it's
but
up
it's
there.
Usually
it's definitely
in the
top 5.
Yeah. So there is a story, believe it or not, on this.
What?
Yeah. So let me give you a real quick rundown of the story. A year after the first game's events, Adam, who was on the original team, is kidnapped. His brother Skate. I can't do it like this. This music's killing me. His brother Skate finds that Mr. X has taken him and informs Axel and Blaze, and they end up recruiting the pro wrestler Max, who's Axel's friend, to get him back. And that's basically it. Let's talk about this soundtrack.
Amazing.
Killer? It's definitely.
This is one of the best video game soundtracks.
Here's the thing. I have not heard. I mean, it's been years since I played this game because I think the last time I played it before, I was like, I want to play this to be on the show. Was probably maybe 5 years ago on the 360 for that on the Sonic collection. And when I played it, it's just every one of the sound effects, everything instantly came back to me as oh my gosh, I can't believe this,
Yeah.
sort of thing. It's so iconic, and I love it for that.
The very first level, just hell, that opening title screen, that music right there.
Oh hell yeah, it gets you pumped. You're like, I'm about to go on the streets and rage, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then
With some turkey and some garbage cans. Give me that.
I've never thought about that. The turkey, the health and stuff is out of the garbage.
It's out of barrels pretty much, or
oh man,
a whole bunch of random stuff throughout the game. Crates and mailboxes and trash cans.
Yeah. No, but the music, the first level, that music will always be in my head. The music from the what is it? It's kind of like a carnival, like where the spooky Blanca looking character.
Oh
shows
yeah,
up.
yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
That used to scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
That entire level would scare me so bad.
Were you going to the H.R. Geiger thing, or is that the other level? No,
yeah,
that is
yeah.
that one.
It is the Geiger looking thing.
Yeah, it's just the music, everything about it terrified me, and probably that's why I didn't get very far in that game, because I was like, nope, done, right here.
Nope, just like snakes. Nope.
Yep, snakes are nopes. Don't fuck with snakes. Nope.
No probe.
So, do you know how long it average takes to beat this game?
That's actually something I would be very interested to know, since I just went and beat it before we recorded this again.
Yeah, we watched as we're starting. We were watching him finish.
Yeah,
and not in the weirdest way.
He was like, "Can I just finish this real quick? I mean, I'm right here at the end," and he was right there about to go up to the boss on the 8th level.
Oh, it was a
There's
good
only 8 levels
refresher.
in this game. Do what?
It was a good refresher. Just to see
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the whole ending before we start talking.
So it's an average about 2 hours to beat. There are some
2
like speed
hours?
runs. Yeah, well,
What?
if you're going slow, speed run.
Yeah, if you're max.
There's speed
Yeah.
runs that can do it in like, I think I saw one that was like 35 minutes or something like that.
Okay, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah.
So, but I would say about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
is
an
a
hour
good,
would do it. If you know what you're doing.
I'd say it's about. I think mine probably 45 minutes to an hour is what that
Yeah.
last one you guys kind of came in at the end of.
Right. Which character does everyone play with? Who's your character of choice?
I'm gonna let you guys go first.
I gotta go with Axel Stone.
Axel? You like you like Axel?
Yeah, I just the bread and butter, man. You just gotta go with it sometimes. It just tastes good. It has that old memory, and just go out there and throw your fire fist around. Use that forward punch and just smack people up in the air. And it really works well against my worst villain out there. It's a Jet. Or different names like along that flying fucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so brutal. Like that's one of my worst. And like you said, the Blanca one too. Not good people to fight when you're on low in health. There's no turkeys around.
I like Skate. Skate's my favorite. I like his woo hee hee thing, the little screw thing.
Oh yeah, where he drill bits down.
I think
Yeah,
I played Bare Knuckle 2, the Japanese version, and I think his
Yeah.
name is Sammy.
Yeah. In the you're right. In the Japanese version, it's Eddie. No. Eddie Skate Hunter is named Sammy. Okay, yeah, that's what I have written in my notes. You're right. I thought I had it written backwards.
I know some
But yeah,
things.
no. Yeah, there's a lot of differences from the Japanese version from this one. Like Mr. X at the very end is seen smoking a cigar.
I just
in the
derailed
last
our
level.
guest. Who's your favorite character? As if we couldn't
Oh
guess.
yeah,
Okay, so when I play by myself now, which I mean, to tell you what I played it on most recently, I said, there's the Sonic collection, but I actually was going to play it on the Xbox, but apparently you have to buy like the collection on there, like the full all 3 games. Or I actually went on Steam because they actually have some of the games for the Sonic collection the Sega collection that will be coming out. They're available now as individual games. So I actually bought it on there and played it, and I used Max Thunder to actually... He's, I feel, a better one if you're playing solo to go through the game. Just personally, because he's got real good health, and, I mean, he can kind of plow through a lot
he's
of
a
people.
tank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I mean,
definitely is.
that's... Yeah.
Max Smash!
He is basically the Hulk.
Yeah, no, he is. How does this game handle? Like, is it something that you would still suggest to people? Is it something that holds up pretty well?
Oh, hell yeah. It's crisp and clean. Like, after playing that atrocity Shaq Fu last time, man, this is
I don't
like...
envy you guys.
All the background animations are great. Like, there's a lot
Oh.
going on. There's a lot to look at. It's very colorful.
I like Vin Diesel's cameo, too.
that
Okay,
little
tell
guy
us-
that
Donovan. It's the you first run into him in the first game. It's just one of the bad guys, but he's got no shirt on, glasses, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he looks like Vin Diesel.
It's pitch perfect.
Pitch
Black.
perfect Vin Diesel.
Yeah, no, it's just funny because like I said, I noticed that when I was playing it, and I'm like, I can't get that out of my mind, and it's a reoccurring like skin for a character that's used a lot.
Oh, he's out there a lot. Then
Yep.
you get the other guy who comes out running with a knife at you nonstop.
Oh,
It's like, piss off, man.
There was when I was trying to play this the other day too, just because I was like, I want to play this as many times as I can. One of those guys just messed me up hard in a level. Like I lost a life just from him because I couldn't time it right, and I was like, this is bad.
It's like when I fought that Jet person and Blank at the same time as it happens in the later levels. Wrecked me, man. Like I went through like 2.5 lives.
If you take out Blanca first, I think it ends the fight.
Yeah, I did not do that.
Yeah, so as you gradually go through the game, you don't just have the little minions. You have like the boss battles, or the bosses of each level come back over and over and over. You see the bartender.
Yeah, like a bad nightmare. It's just like, oh, okay, that guy was pretty hard. I don't want to see him again. Oh, wait, there's 2 of them now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you'll see them 16 more times. So like you get the bartender a lot. You get the Jet guy, the Blanca character. the Ultimate Warrior. Who else is there?
The
Who am I
Blanca
missing?
character is the worst. The one woman
Well, there's the
character, the one with the
boxer,
whip.
too.
The whip bitch.
Yeah.
She's like the
Yeah.
grown-up girl from Double Dragon, that whip bitch from that one.
Oh yeah, except she's got electric.
Oh yeah, no, she plugged that in for a bit, and maybe she put it in something like one of her toys, and now it's electrified.
It's not shocking you; it's just vibrating you.
Oh my god.
Tickle, tickle.
Something else I kind of wanted to point out real quick is there's a lot of homages to, like, the baseball stadium is called Sega Stadium, and there's
Oh,
a poster
yeah.
on the wall for Bare Knuckle 2, which is what this game's called in Japan. And Toby pointed out that the arcade cabinets are bare knuckle.
Yeah, it's some gameception.
Dun
kind
dun
of.
dun.
You know, as I was playing this though, this whole entire game reminds me. Did y'all watch that Netflix movie? I think it's called Kung Fury.
No.
Kung
It's
Fury.
like-
Oh yeah. The
It's like 30 minutes long, but it's like
it's like a
supposed to be
retro
kind
movie, kind of redone. With
Yeah, it's like
Adolf Hitler and the Triceracop.
yeah.
Wait,
This is-
that's the one. Is that the one where he rides around on a T-Rex and stuff too? Or am I thinking
Pretty
of a different
sure
one?
there's dinosaurs involved.
Yeah, there's dinosaurs. It's really ridiculous. There's time travel and all kinds of stuff.
Are
But
they on the
everything
moon at
about
one point?
Do what?
Are they on the moon too at one point?
It's really ridiculous. It's
I
like
might
a
be thinking
video
of a
game.
completely different movie that's just
Or you
as
may be
ridiculous.
just completely thinking of this one because it's pretty
I
random.
could.
Yeah, it's pretty out there. But that's what that movie reminds me of is this game.
Oh, like the
And-
aesthetic of it, like the
Yeah,
old
just
neon
like
and everything.
it really feels like it's set like it's very 90s. Let's put it that way. It is a very 90s atmosphere.
We wouldn't
for the-
have it any other way.
No, that's what makes
Yeah.
it. It's got its charm is because it's very, very 90s.
It's very 90s and just a little touch of the 80s. in it,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, the music definitely has like that kind of 80s tone to it. It's so good.
It is. Oh, here's a real fun fact that I found, and I got some of these facts off VGFacts.com. So this one
Your
is
source for facts.
yeah, yeah. In the U.S. version, Blaze's flying kick pose, when she's jumping and kicking, they had to
Yeah.
censor that because her underwear shows in the Japanese version.
Oh
Uh,
no!
How am I
Yes.
not surprised by that, Japan?
Hey, the young little kids got ripped off in America,
See, I'm
in
gonna
Canada.
I'm gonna play the other one now, even more so now. I changed my
Just so I
character.
can-
I'm Blaze now. Show me
I'm
your
gonna
panties.
go play. I'm gonna go play the imported version just so I can see them panties.
Give me your panties.
What was this? Was this before the ESRB? Because I was trying to remember what this game was like rated technically.
I don't.
A for
I don't
awesome.
know.
Yeah,
Is there?
I'm not even seeing a rating anywhere on here, so I guess they just never went back and rated it.
Huh.
That's probably the case.
Okay, so what are some of the best things? What are some of the worst things about this game?
Oh, I can't think of many worst about it. It's pretty rock solid game.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, this is the game that like I seriously can pick up and enjoy. My only complaint is the first time I played it, I did not remap my buttons for when I was playing it on the computer. So it just led to the way they have the buttons set up is not fun because the jump button's one of the triggers.
Oh.
yeah.
And I didn't like that, so I remapped it like immediately and got it to where all the buttons were on the actual like D-pad area. So it felt more Genesis-y.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of any major cons about this game.
No,
That's-
the character design's on point, the music's on point, the level design's on point. Like, sure, there's not much story. That's where you could probably knock it. But who the fuck cares? You're walking around grabbing pipes and knives
It's a
and
beat 'em up.
samurai
Yeah.
swords, smashing people. And what's that other food consumer? Is it like a flan or flan? It's like a Jello mold or something.
The you mean like that little like arrow thing that you can pick up?
No,
Dagger?
it's like a little circle, like on a plate, like a yellow circle. You get it. It helps your health.
Oh, it's a cake, I guess. That's what I always assumed it was. It was a cake.
I was playing. I'm like, why am I eating Jello molds right now? I'm not old.
I always thought it was a big apple.
It's yellow. I guess there is yellow apples.
Well, it looks. I thought it had like a red tint to it.
Oh, it very well might.
Maybe I'm crazy. Well, now I'm questioning what I've been playing for the last 20 years. What did I see? Yeah, no, I really can't think of anything negative. I mean, I know they use the same like small minion bosses. You got the Vin Diesel one, the guy with the cut off jean jacket, and then you got
With
the
the
bikers.
spiked hair.
Yeah, and you got the bikers and stuff. Like you see those constantly throughout the game.
Yeah, that's the one thing I guess you could knock it for, but with the amount of sprites coming out on the screen all the time to give you
Yeah.
that excitement of you're in the streets and raging, then it's not that bad.
Right.
You can get around it.
They even do some color swaps to kind of even spice it up and make it look sort of different, even though it's still Vin Diesel.
Guy in jean jacket
guy.
number 5. And they all do have names too, which is funny because I'm
Yeah, that
like,
is
the
that
only
is
one
really
that
funny.
the only one I know off the top of my head is Donovan. That's the one that looks like Vin Diesel, and that's because I was like, remember that so I can say it later.
They probably even changed that down the line.
But yeah, I mean, this game, like I said, is so much fun. My only complaint is I've never played it on one of the harder difficulties. I'm sure if I did, there would be some complaints from me about like just how broken probably like the bosses and the enemies are. Because playing it on like normal, there's some of them that are super cheap with like their attacks and stuff.
I don't think I've ever played it on hard either. I think I've always just kept it on normal, and that gets kind of rough enough sometimes in some of the
Yeah.
spots.
Oh, definitely. And you only have a limited amount of continues, so it's just like, do I really want to do that? But I think I might go sit down and try the hard one after and see how I fare.
There is the duel mode. Have you ever gotten a chance to play the duel mode?
I did as a kid, but since then I have not. It's just you fight each other.
Yeah, isn't there a duel mode in like it's
Double Dragon.
yeah, there it is, Double Dragon. It's just
Kind of the same thing. It's kind of just like it's there.
Yeah.
You don't really play it.
it still uses the beat 'em up mechanics is the problem. Like it's not like there's Street Fighter or some kind of different mechanics to where you can do different moves other than the same bullshit you would do when you're raging in the street. So it's kind of pointless, but it's nice that they were like, here you go.
I want to make a song instead of dancing in the street, raging in the street, and all three of us can just sing about how great this game is.
Yeah, I know. I really wish I could find one thing that I just absolutely hate, but I guess I could say, that one level with the Blanca character used to scare the piss out of me when I was a kid. I mean, that's the only thing I could say.
Take a point off for that.
Yeah, that's
Okay. I guess my complaint, if I can make one, is that there is a Street Fighter 3, because why would you make a game when you've already made Perfection?
Streets of Rage.
And there's this... Oh, sorry. Streets of Rage 3.
He wants to be on the Street Fighter episode, Toby.
That's a subtle hint, huh?
Subtle hints. No, that there's a Streets of Rage 3, and that there's a 1. This game should have just been called Streets of Rage 2. Doesn't have a prequel to it. Doesn't have a sequel. It's just called 2, and nobody knows where it comes from. Because that's the thing when I was a kid. Like, I never played the first one before I played this. It was just, you play the second one.
It's very much like Street Fighter 2, because there was never like a port for like a home console for Street Fighter 1.
See, now you're getting
I'm
it.
getting it all confused now. But
Yeah, no, I've gone back and played that one, but we'll talk about that another time.
yeah, but Streets of Rage 1 isn't bad. I like where you can call the cop cars and stuff to help.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can-
Who doesn't love that?
You can call them, and it's like your clear all.
Oh, sorry. Someone put their hand up.
It's the clear all move, and the cops will pull up and they'll start shooting missiles and stuff, and it'll blow up everyone around you. It's super cool. It's not as good as Street Fighter 2, obviously. Street Fighter, god damn it.
Streets of Rage 2.
Streets of Rage.
Yeah, see, it gets bad once you say it enough, because you're so natural with...
But I kind of like how they put the cop cars aside and like everyone has their own special like move
Yeah.
now. It takes away your health, but in that dire moment, you get those rocket fire punches off.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it takes away from your health aspect, because it's something then, how often do you want to use it?
Exactly.
Yep.
It's for dire situations only.
Except, what is... I can't even think of what Blaze's special moves
She
are.
does a back-flipping cartwheel, and then she also does this thing to where she does the Hadouken. It's basically Chun-Li's thing where she puts like an energy blast in front of her. That's only like a few.
Hadouken!
Yes, it's like that, but it's the Chun-Li
Smaller
version.
and pathetic.
Yeah.
I know, like I said, Skate does the twisty screwdriver kick thing, and then he does.
And then he break dances.
Yeah, he break dances. That's very 90s.
Yeah.
What is Max's? He does like a spinning.
Max, he does like a forward roll where he just can
Oh,
basically
yeah.
plow through people, and then he does a tornado
Yeah, the
thing where he
tornado
puts
fist.
both his hands together and tornado fist. And then Axel, the rapid punches, and then the tornado punch.
Yeah, the fire punch. Come on now.
Yeah.
So, well,
Not like Ken at all.
it's
Ken Zangief, Chun-Li, and
holy crap.
can't think of anyone for Skate there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I give up on that one. What would you 1 to 10? What do you give this game?
10.
10?
10's the highest, right?
Yeah. 10 is
Yeah.
10 is the highest.
I give this a 10. Maybe it's my nostalgia talking, but this game is one that I truly enjoy. It's a lot of fun. I said there's barely anything negative aside from just I'm sure if I played on a harder difficulty, I'd be like, this character's broken because of this. but the hit detection's really solid. So I enjoy that it's not like you can jump and kick at somebody and it's like, oh well, you didn't have it exactly in this. It's very cooperative with how you're supposed to be able to do attacks and stuff. So I like that.
It's very simple for the most part too. Like anyone could play this. My 8-year-old
Oh,
could pick up a
Definitely.
remote.
Heck, I played this as a kid,
Yeah.
like a lot.
That's true. Yes, we all three played this as a kid, so that just goes to show. Like I said, I got to the third levels where the Blanca character is, and probably
Yeah.
didn't get very much farther after that unless I had a buddy.
Unless you're crying in your blanket.
Yeah, I
It's
was-
like, nope.
Help!
What did you want to give the rating, Goobs?
See, it's a great game after all. It's still going to get a high score for me, but I'm not going to go with the perfect here. I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Ah,
Boo.
There's more games that, like, just personally speaking, that I love that much more than Streets of Rage 2. It's up there. Like 8.5 is like pretty fucking awesome by my my standards here. They're pretty high. So
see, I'd have to give it a 9 because I think Streets of Rage falls in my top 5 for Sega.
now you guys
Okay.
make me the dick. I'll
No,
take that.
you make me look like I just glorified this game way too much.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it. Like it's up there.
Yeah.
Well,
Like I
Like
said,
you
maybe
like,
it's
you
the
got
nostalgia. Yeah.
And you know what? That could be a problem. It could be very much
I'm
nostalgia.
grading on a nostalgia curve here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. When I touch my nostalgia games, they're all gonna be 10s. It doesn't matter if they suck or not. 10s all across the board.
Before we wrap up, I do have one question for you guys. I don't know if this is going to get brought up. Would you want a remake of this game? And how would you want it remade if they did a remake?
I know that they were going to try to remake it a long time ago, but make it kind of a 3D beat 'em up kind of game. And from what I saw, it just didn't look. It wasn't the same game. I just, you know what? I don't even want them to touch it. I don't even want them to fancy it up and make it look new. I like the whole feel of it being 80s, 90s. I think it's got its place. It doesn't need to be touched.
I'm right there with you for that. I mean, they've put it on every Genesis collection possible, so you'll never be without a copy of it.
Right. That's very true.
Yeah, this game is very accessible for anyone out there, and I suggest everyone go play it. And as far as that question goes, is if they did, they'd probably just make it more 3D-ish and make it look like a pit fighter kind of. You just walk around, beat guys up, make it more realistic, but just leave it as it is. Leave this game in the past, and it's definitely a great relic to have.
If they did remake it, I would just want just them putting a skin over it to where it's like updated graphics. Don't touch the gameplay at all.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave it
Like
the same.
if they're like, we have to remake this for some reason, that's the only way I would accept it. Like if you touch the controls, if you touch the gameplay, it's like you ruined it. But if you just make a nice little sleek, more smooth look to it, That's the only way I'd accept it. But like I said, that's very sparingly. That's only if you force me to remake it.
A skin update's fine, but the only time I've ever really seen a skin update that looked amazing was the Mega Man X Maverick Hunter for the PSP. That's the only they remade the first Mega Man X game from Super Nintendo for the PSP. It looks beautiful, it's great, but that's the only time I've ever seen an update look that good.
They definitely are few and far between.
I mean, I guess like the only other time that I've seen a good new skin was like Super Mario World when what's the Super Mario collection on the Super Nintendo that has
Super Mario All Stars.
All Stars,
Yeah.
All Stars. When they basically gave everything a facelift on that.
Yeah, that one is excellent.
But it, like I said, it's very far and few that actually look good like that. So, like I said, just leave it alone. She's pretty.
Back off, motherfuckers! Don't touch our streets.
Okay, so let's wrap this baby up. Zanger, will you tell us about yourself? Tell us where we can find you. Tell us what your sign is.
Well, if you have found this on the internet, then I'm sure you will also be able to find the Zing This podcast. If you're into pop culture, video games, comic books, movies, basically whatever your nerdy heart desires, check out the Zing This podcast. Every week we have new nerdy topics every Monday. We also do Thursday episodes every now and then. We're doing movie specials or read this or watch this specials. So definitely keep an eye out because we make sure to give plenty of awesome nerdy content every week. So definitely check that out.
Do that, folks, or else.
That's once again Zing This. Zing This spelled Z-E-N-G.
This. I got your back.
How do you spell this again? I'm Canadian.
Y'all spell it different up there, huh?
T-H-U-S?
Yes, that's exactly how you spell it in Canada.
Zing those.
So, player 2, will you give me all your stuff as well?
I'll try to make it as fast as possible. I'm going to talk like the Micro Machine guy. No, I won't, because I'll fuck it up even more.
No, you're fine.
You can follow me on Twitter at GoobsWN. You can follow my other show that I do, the other podcast, The Derailers, where me, Jenny Bean, and Ripkin WN just sit down and we talk about whatever comes to our minds and about for 45 minutes and just go on a random train ride with every single one of you passengers out there. You can also watch WN. No, that's not what it's called. You can watch Derailed Wrestling. It's hard to get those 3 letters out of my mind. Screw you. You can also watch Derailed Wrestling on YouTube. Check it out, Derailed Wrestling. And me and Ripkin sit down and make a whole roster of wrestlers and just battle them all out for your pleasure. It has a lot of podcasters and our friends in there as well.
Yeah.
So check that stuff out.
And then I am Toby. You can find this show's Twitter. It is at Secret Levels Pod. And I also do another podcast called Secret Transmission. We talk about conspiracies and the paranormal and spooky shit, and that Twitter is at Secret Transpod. And
hello.
Yeah, that show's on iTunes, all the places that you can go. We have an Instagram for this account. It is at Secret Levels Pod as well, so go follow that. I'm gonna post pictures of video games and my collection and stuff.
Yeah, and scores. We can put scores on there.
Oh, yeah, you
damn
could.
It. We all 3 have to replay this on hard and see what our highest score can be.
Yeah, no cheating, no
no save states on an emulator.
Okay,
nothing.
how many lives are you allowed to start out with?
3.
Because you can change your amount of lives.
3.
Yeah, just the original.
All right, fine. I'm down.
That might be
I'll get to 100.
That may be a new thing on their Instagram. So, anyways, we are all out of continues for this episode.
Game over, folks.
Type in your initials, everyone.
This podcast is part of the Some Buddies Network. You're never alone when you've got some buddies.